What's up, guys? How's it going? Today we are going to be ranking all the Elden Ring bosses. Now, this was kind of a challenging thing to even decide what ranking list to use and everything because there's so many bosses in the game. So to make it kind of short and concise, we're going to be ranking them based on the trophy list. So all the trophy bosses in the game, since there's a lot of repeats and a lot of the same kind of type of boss or something, just kind of make it a little easier for everybody. If there's any other bosses that we can think of, we'll kind of mention them if there's like a boss that we feel is worth mentioning or something. And with me today, because I'm not ranking them alone, I have Double May Pie. How are you doing, bro?
Hey, doing good, man. Appreciate it, Kuro, for having me on. Always excited to talk everything Elden Ring. And yeah, after over 100 hours, I'm still thinking about it. And yeah, let's
Right.
talk boss.
Yeah, it's this is one of those unforgettable games. I like last night I was literally like about to go to sleep and I saw one of those like YouTube shorts and it was like top 5 katanas and I'm like, I have all the katanas but I'll look at it. And there was this electric katana, like ice electric katana that I didn't have and I was like,
Ooh.
all right, well I got time. So I
Yeah.
turned on the game. I was just like, okay, location, found it, beat the boss in like 2 seconds and I was like, all right, I like this katana. And I turned off the game again. I was like, all right, well, I'm done now. I'm going back to sleep. But it's
Yeah,
just like
sure.
that moment when you see something new. I'm like, man, there's like so much. Every time that I like go back in the game and just like walk around, like I always find something new. And I already put like 180 hours in the game, and I still like finding new stuff
Yeah,
in it.
you think you're thorough, but they always have like so many secrets. There's like invisible bridges and just so many, I don't know, hidden walls and all that kind of
Yeah,
stuff. So they're really good
yeah.
in hiding stuff in plain sight.
There was like a I didn't know there was one of the earlier dungeons in the game, not earlier but like middle of the game or anything, and there was like a hidden passage, like you had to go up through
Mhm.
some other way, and I was like, what, how do people even find out this stuff? It's crazy. But let's jump into the bosses here today. There's a lot of them. As you can see, we
Mhm.
have a ranking from S being the very very best to forgettable, which is just kind of bosses that you played once. Like I can't even remember what that boss was looked like or anything like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like obviously we're gonna get Double My Pie's opinion and my opinion and kind of matching them based on what we see together here. But yeah, just kind of jumping into it, we have the first one, which I think everybody at least has. Oh, and of course, we're gonna give a spoiler warning. If you're clicking on this video, you must know a lot of these bosses are
Mhm.
end game bosses, and so
Yeah.
if you haven't already beat the game, be warned. We will talk spoilers on the end of the game bosses and
Mhm.
everything. So anyway, so the first one is Shard Bearer Godric.
Godric, all right, from the castle. Cool boss. Pretty early on in the game.
Hmm.
I say it's a difficulty wise pretty fair. I don't think it was nothing too crazy. Multiple phases,
Yeah.
which is really cool. I say I'm feeling A or B for this one. What do you
Yeah,
think?
I was actually thinking A for this one because
Yeah.
I like the second part where like he like gets the dragon arm, and I think he gives you that Soulsborne experience of like this is in my final form type of boss.
Hmm.
And it's very early on in the game, so it
Yeah.
gives you that like okay, like a lot of these bosses are gonna have second forms and second phases and everything, and I like this one. Although, like you said, it's not challenging. I think it does kind of give you that Dark Souls experience. I think that for like
Yeah.
beginners and
Definitely a
everything.
classic Souls boss. His moves very telegraph, but also he hits really hard. So you get caught by the fire, or his like wind up attacks. But I think he's a very well designed boss for sure, and I like the visual
Yeah.
and this chopping off his arm and everything is crazy.
Yeah, I love the that whole cutscene. Although I was kind of stuck with him for a minute because I was under leveled. I literally went from uh, Margit.
Margit, yeah.
Yeah, I literally went from him to him and like pretty like within like not that long. I think I even like we talked about it, right? Or
Hmm.
and I was like, I don't know. I like this boss. It was a cool boss.
Yeah, for sure.
Uh, Alrighty. So the next one is Jesus, their list is so small. I
I,
cannot see
I
them.
think this one is called Estelle, Natural Born of the Void, right? That's like
Yes,
the
yes,
space
yes.
bug looking thing that's part of Rani's quest.
Yeah, yeah. You're right. You're right. I don't know how I feel about this boss because it is visually impressive, like the alien looking
Yeah,
design and the
it feels like
laser
a. It
show.
came out of Bloodborne, right? It feels like a Bloodborne boss
Yeah,
more
it
than
really
any other
does.
Souls game. But the visual was good, but I don't know if I actually like fighting
Yeah,
it.
yeah. It
It had
was
some annoying AOE attacks too.
Yeah, it was kind of boring. I'll be honest. I was very high level by the time that I did Ronnie's
Yeah.
quest. Like I was literally at the end of the boss, and I was trophy hunting, and I was like, "Oh man!" I think I even like asked you, like, "Hey, Ronnie's quest, like, I think I missed
Mm-hmm.
it," and
Yeah.
I almost did.
Yeah.
And I went back and fought him, and literally it was just like, it was a boss,
Yeah,
but
and
it was.
also he's one of those bosses that teleports away, which I'm not a fan of. That some of the bosses here does that,
Oh
where
yeah,
like they teleport across the map and you got to chase them down. So I think for that they can't be hard. It can't be higher than a B. I'm feeling B or C for this
yeah.
one.
I think you can see for this one.
C,
I think
yeah.
it's a cool design, cool. Some of the attacks were pretty decent too, like that.
Mhm.
That like space looking thing that it does that it explodes
Yeah,
or something. That was pretty cool. Bunch of it was literally a laser show with this
yeah,
boss. It
yeah,
was
for
just like
sure.
shooting a bunch of
Kind of
stuff,
pretty.
magic attacks type of thing. I think C is good. Um, kind of almost. I was almost thinking like a little bit forgettable, but then I remembered you fight him twice, right? He's one of those bosses that you
Yeah,
see another version of him.
another
Uh,
version. I think for the visual alone, it gets a C, even though the fight itself wasn't that great.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And the next one is actually another one that is pretty cool for the visuals as well.
So you
Um,
gotta tell me. I fought two deers. I don't know if
yeah,
there's is there two deers on this list. I don't
yeah.
remember
No,
which
there's
one's
only
which.
one deer. It's the second deer that you fight when you
Okay,
go to the Nokrum, the city that
underground
is on
city.
top
Yeah,
of the other
you
city.
gotta light up all those lanterns to
Yeah,
wake up the beasts.
yeah.
Um.
This one is a Regal Ancestor Spirit.
Okay, yeah, because I
Uh,
think this one you go to a special cave. This is another cool visual boss. It
Yeah,
wasn't
that's
too hard.
literally another laser show kind of thing. Very cool. Like the whole ambience, the music, the way
Yeah.
that like the how peaceful it is just to look at
Hmm.
him like run around.
Yeah.
Cause I think one thing that is cool about this boss is it like floats in the air and like the
Yeah.
fire coming out as he's kind of
Hmm.
like running. I like that. I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Now that
Um,
you remind me, I think I thought it was a cool fight.
yeah, it was a cool fight. It was just not an entertaining fight. It was
Uh,
literally like I think he like beat him in like a minute or like 50 seconds or
yeah,
something.
it wasn't hard at all.
Yeah, but
B. What are you saying? I think
yeah,
it's a
I think
called
B.
B.
I think B just because of the visuals. I think like the even like the little puzzle that you do to like unlocking
Hmm.
the boss and everything. I appreciated that a bit. It kind of makes you work for it, kind of
Yeah.
sort of. But yeah, pretty cool stuff. The next one is dragon skin. Now there's a ton of these
Yeah.
of these dragon skins.
This one we fought in particular was in one of the underground areas. I think where all those ants are in those caves, right? It's like a
Right, right.
waterfall kind of cavern area. I remember it, but there's a lot of there's like a
There's
rot version.
a
I
ton. Yeah,
remember.
yeah. There's a rot version. There is on the rotting lake,
Yeah.
almost very late game as well.
Hmm.
But this one isn't super late game. I think this one is like
No, yeah, I think I got him maybe too over leveled. I pretty much
yeah,
breezed through this one.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um,
Same here. I literally I don't even recall fighting him. This particular version of it. I
yeah,
don't even recall fighting him. I thought he was just a mob boss. Like I killed him in like I get like three
yeah,
four shots.
yeah. It's like I really got a trophy for that. So I don't know. For that, do
Yeah,
you think it's forgettable or maybe C? Because very,
I'll say it's
maybe-
forgettable because
yeah,
you see a lot of them too,
yeah.
and you know a boss is not that good when he
They
shows
recycle
up.
them too many
Yeah,
times. Yeah,
yeah, because you see a lot of those where like you fight him one time, you're like okay cool, but then you see them over and over again, and you're kind of like okay well you weren't meant to be like that much of a big boss
hmm,
to begin with. But I do want to say it just I like the design. It looks kind of creepy. The
yeah.
dragon skin name to it kind of
Hmm.
gives it that weird vibe and everything. But unfortunately, even the attack patterns is just kind of boring.
Yeah. They didn't have any cool movesets. I mean, they're just big and intimidating looking.
Yeah. As long as you like stick, as long as you do the classic Souls stick to the butt thing,
Yeah.
no problem. It's a really easy boss. But speaking of big bosses, the next one is a really cool boss battle. I think, at least I think, it's the Jesus. I even forgot the name now. Dragon. What is it? Dragon
Dragon
Lord.
Lord.
Dragon
There's
Lord.
two. There's two dragons. There's like Dragon Lord's Placidusix, I
Yeah,
think.
that's it.
That's
That's it.
towards the end. But then there's another one that has like more a red color. I'm not sure which
That's
one
right.
this is.
This one is Dragon Lord. Whatever you just said.
Placidusix.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it right there. Yeah, so two-headed dragon. If you
Yeah.
I really like this boss battle, but again, I was so over leveled by that point that I was like, But you know what? It was pretty cool. He had some teleporting thing where he
Yeah.
was just moved around a little bit, but it was kind of more like the okay, I have to watch out for his incoming attack. Yeah, like a lightning storm attack too. Very varied. Although I was expecting for a second round.
Yeah. For it to be such an end game boss, he did hit hard moves that hit hard and like some very cool visual looking ones. But I was expecting something more cooler, right? So I was also
Right.
super over leveled by then. I pretty much like stayed behind him and slashed through him. So I
Yeah,
did like parts of the boss, but it could have been a lot better though.
I agree. I agree.
Um,
I think it was kind of mixed that and because it looked like a really badass battle,
yeah,
like, but I
yeah,
think that by the time that you fight this boss, you fought so many dragons. This
yeah.
dragon didn't have anything to add to the other dragon list. I honestly do believe that this dragon didn't have much to add, other than the teleporting thing that it does. I
Mhm.
can't think of any attacks that it did that it wasn't on any other dragon that I fought.
Yeah, and also I think if we couldn't ride the horse, right? I think
Yeah,
the dragon fights are better when you can ride your horse. If we
yeah,
could,
it gives you that like
yeah.
experience of like bigness and like running
Mhm.
around and everything. Yeah, I'm thinking B for this one.
I think B's fair. Yeah, for sure. Just for I really like the presentation and
Yeah,
the
the
fact that he has
cutscenes and everything too.
yeah
Like it's really cool.
the
Yeah,
lead up to that was cool and I like some of the moves, the teleport, and then he got the swipes and everything. But just maybe it was a little more challenging. Maybe another phase to it would have made it much better.
yeah, agreed. I
Yeah.
think a little bit more could have really helped this one.
Hmm.
Okay, so the next one,
I don't remember this
he's
one.
also a boss that you see a ton of times. He's there multiple times. Um, the first time that you encounter him is in the first area at night.
Oh,
He's the guy that sells you the skills.
one of the merchants or is
He's,
it like
yeah,
a
he's a merchant, and at night he turns into this knight with a
I think I know what you're talking about.
sword, red sword.
It's like almost like an invasion. Well, like I think it was in this. Was it in this little hut, right? And at
Yeah.
nighttime he popped
Mhm.
up. Yeah, my friend told me about that one. I don't remember his
You
name.
don't remember
But,
his name?
no,
Yeah, I
I
don't
don't
remember
remember.
his name either. But you and then you fight him again like 3, 4 more times. It's one of those bosses also that it's pretty forgettable,
Hmm.
and I don't think it really has anything to add to like It's just like a little beefier of a knight. The one thing that separates him from the rest is that he does telekinesis with his sword. So like
Okay.
he has a very long range attack,
Hmm.
but then again you can just duck forward when he attacks that, and you not only does he give you a window to attack, but at the same time his sword is so far that you just go jump, hit him, and
Oh, I remember now. Elmer of the Briar.
yeah, there you
Yeah, yeah.
go.
He was in that castle at the
Yeah,
very
he
top,
was
right?
actually
Yeah.
like in two castles.
Okay.
Yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah. You know, oh, you know I know exactly where he is. You remember? There's a big picture of Millennia.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
where I put my sign down.
yeah,
Love her
yeah,
ahead. Yeah, yeah. Now I remember.
yeah. Extremely forgettable, right? I
Yeah.
think I'm just gonna put him on forgettable. What do you
Yeah,
think of
the
that?
fact that we have such a hard time recalling him, and I pretty much I beat him in the first try.
Yeah,
So
me
for that,
too. Me
yeah,
too. It was like one and done kind of thing.
hmm
Okay, so the next one I do remember is
God,
Gottfried, the first Elden Lord. The first time that you fight him.
Yeah, yeah.
uh,
I like this one. I think this was
yeah,
cool.
yeah. I think this one was cool. It was kind of one of those checkpoints. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
have you been learning, the ducking and the rolling and
Hmm.
kind of like middle of like
Yeah.
mid game, making sure you're learning the ropes and and everything. Not a hard boss, but it isn't meant to
No.
be a hard boss. I think it's just meant to like make sure that you're still like on your toes as far as like uh,
Yeah, nice back and forth. Just no gimmicks. Just like he hits with his axe. You roll around, fight. Just like very simple, but solid.
yeah,
Dark Souls
solid,
boss.
pretty solid. No bullshit attacks or anything like that. I think
Yeah,
B. What do you think of that?
B's fair. Yeah, I say
Yeah.
B.
All
Nothing
right.
too.
Okay, so
Uh,
now speaking of gimmicks,
yeah,
we have the Godskin duo. Uh,
they're more annoying. They're definitely not forgettable. You remember them?
yeah, you remember them. So about these ones, I don't think they're bad. I actually beat them on my first try, but I
Yeah.
seen too many people struggle with them, and I think
Mhm.
it's because they don't work if you don't have a certain build. Like I think one of
Yeah.
my friends had like a heavy build, and
Mhm.
for the life of him, he could just not like kill them both at the same time, or like
Yeah.
one kept going back, and I think the fat one with the rolling and everything was just destroying him.
Mhm.
Um,
And
I
then
don't know.
they keep coming back.
Yeah, they keep coming back. It's just a gimmick battle.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
Because
So we can judge them together. So we have the fat one by himself, and then the duo.
mhm.
Um. So would you say the duo maybe we would put it higher?
I think
Just
I will put it higher because I do think that they do some cool combos when they're together.
yeah.
Where like one will like has more like a mid range, and the fat one, what's his name? Is that the Godskin Noble? Is that what it is?
Goskin Noble, yes, the
Yeah,
name of
the
the fat one.
Noble. He does this rapier attack where like you almost cannot estimate how long his arm is because he
Mhm.
almost like his reach is crazy high. Which I did kind of was like okay cool, but then when the other one kind of like his torso is like elongated, he turned into like a worm or something.
Yeah.
I thought it was a cool battle. I don't think it was like anything crazy or anything.
Mhm.
Um,
B, no higher than B or C.
yeah, I'm
Maybe
thinking C. I was thinking C for that one. Yeah.
C for
Uh,
that one, and maybe should we just do C for the fat one too, or forgettable? What do you think?
uh,
Maybe C. Yeah.
honestly, it's just so many of them too.
Yeah.
Once you fight him the first time, you see
Mhm.
these ones so many times. Uh,
And you fight the skinny one. Do we have this another skinny one on here?
no, no, it's no trophy
Okay.
for that one.
Okay.
They didn't even deem him worthy of a trophy.
Yeah, I know we fought the skinny one again somewhere else.
Yeah,
Himself.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so the next one is you fight a skinny one a few times more. So the next one is Gottfried, second phase. I forgot they give him a new name.
No, isn't this Horror Lou, right?
Yeah,
The guy with the lion, or
right, right,
that's his
right.
official name, right?
Yeah, yeah. So Gottfried is like his
It's his
Elden.
real name, yeah.
Yeah, Elden is his Elden Ring, Elden Lord name, and then
Mhm.
Horolu is like his actual name.
Yeah.
Um, I actually kind of really like this battle.
I like it a lot,
He
actually. Even though it
had
wasn't too hard for me, I like it a lot.
yeah. I think I beat him my third try,
Hmm.
and I love that his attack range is super insane. Like he'll go from like he's like okay axe, just doing
Yeah.
the rock attack to like lava AOT attack that's just destroying the entire thing.
Yeah.
Uh, I liked it, especially the second phase with the whole like
Yeah.
lion thing, and he's just like okay, well now I'm just gonna kill
Well,
my own lion.
he felt like a street at the second. He becomes a Street Fighter character. He just like
Oh,
goes
yeah, he's
berserk.
like a grappler. He's like, and he
Yeah.
does grab you if you don't, especially right away. Actually, as soon as you get him to that second phase, he grabs you if you like don't dodge in time.
Mhm.
Pretty cool boss. I don't think it's like the hardest boss or anything like that,
No.
but I did
But
appreciate the design and kind of just like the whole battle around him. I think that's pretty nice.
yeah, he's very memorable. I'm thinking A or S. What do you
Yeah,
think?
I was gonna do A for him.
A. I think A. We can change our minds later. See what else goes to S. But I think he's very like high A.
Yeah, pretty high
Yeah.
A, almost S. I would say like an A plus for now.
Yeah, for sure. Really like that one.
Alrighty, so the next one is so forgettable. I forgot the name of it.
I think it's like, is that the one at the southern tip, right?
Yeah,
At that
at the very
castle?
certain bottom there. I fought him. I was already pretty high level when I fought him.
I think it's like Misbegotten something.
Yeah, you get the Game of Thrones sword
Yeah, the Game
from
of
him.
Thrones.
Yeah, and that's all I remember from him. It's okay.
Leonine Misbegotten.
Okay.
Yeah,
Uh,
I would say C or forgettable
yeah, I
for
think
this one.
Seal forgettable, except that there's a second time that you fight him.
Yeah, actually
He
he becomes
Kyle,
a regular
yeah,
enemy,
yeah,
right?
he
Like
does
I think,
become like a few times he shows up. I
yeah,
think that's the ones that I'm just kind of like, it's okay. I
yeah,
think he's definitely lower than the
yeah,
Godskin duo, so it's gonna be forgettable.
yeah. It almost seemed like I shouldn't even get a trophy for him, right? Like even
Yeah,
at the
yeah,
when I
yeah.
fought him.
Especially not that early in the game. I think because
Yeah,
compare him to like Margot,
yeah,
compare him to Gottfried.
hmm
Like he's not even on the same scale as those bosses. So like,
yeah.
I
No
don't think
way.
he deserves the boss trophy, but is
Yeah.
there? Okay, so the next one is the older dragon, the one dragon.
Is this one for the Fia's
Yeah,
side quest
yeah,
where you
yeah,
go in that you like fall asleep in that dream?
yeah.
Okay, this
Okay,
one was all right.
this one was, I think it's almost a little bit better than the two-headed dragon.
I think so. I think I was a good level for that one, but
Yeah,
I don't know. It felt like more of a cool dragon fight because he does. Did he fly around? I think he did fly around
yeah. He
too,
did
right?
fly around.
He
It's
has
a
like a
much
spear,
bigger
like an electric
space.
spear. Yeah, it's like an electric
He,
spear.
yeah, yeah. He does some crazy attacks. I just think overall the design of the dragon, but also like the fight itself, is
Hmm
really cool. Although I killed him in my first try, I
Yeah,
still really like even just getting to that fight of like doing the side quest and everything. It makes you work for that fight, right? Because
yeah.
the first time you go there and you fight like 3 or 4 dudes, and then you go
hmm
back again and you do all the quests with for the character, and then you trigger this particular boss quest, and it's really cool. I actually like the sign. I'm almost thinking of giving him an A, but I don't know. What do you think?
Mm.
Because I
It's
like
weird.
it more than
It's weird, right? Because I like it more than the other dragon, but I don't feel like I like it as much as the other two in A. So it's like stuck in between.
yeah, yeah. I don't know.
I'll, I'll, we'll put him in A, and then we can like we'll decide later. We'll
Yeah.
move him up or
Yeah,
down. But I'm okay
we'll
with
see,
A.
we'll see. Because I feel like I like it more than this one, but I don't want to give this one a C because I
Yeah,
think it's pretty solid B, but I
yeah,
just think that this one was a better dragon fight overall.
yeah. I like this one more.
Yeah. Okay. So the next one I cannot even remember. This that's
Uh,
how forgettable it is. Like Loretta, I think.
which one?
Loretta.
The one. There's like two. There's like one towards the end, and like there's one at that Karia Manor, right?
So this one is right towards the end. Right before you go.
This one in the Halleck tree.
Yes.
Yeah, because we've kind of fought them before. This one has a little bit more magic to them.
Hmm.
Um, I say B or C. I don't think it's forgettable,
It's not
but
forgettable, but it wasn't
but
like
it
a
wasn't nothing
bow.
special.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I think
I'd say
even
C. C.
yeah. We'll go see for that. Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree with that. I think even like the dragon, uh, dragon three. What is it? What are it called? The
Tree
three
Sentinel.
guardians, three sentinels. Yeah, the dragon three sentinels.
Yeah, those are better horse fights. Like, is this like a
Yeah,
horseback fight? Yeah,
yeah. Because this one is just basically a magic user in a horse.
yeah.
And I don't know, because it has to stop to attack with magic. I think that's the
hmm
issue with this boss battle. I
Yeah.
just realized that it
hmm
stops to attack. So
Yeah.
like, what's the point of having the horse?
Yeah.
Because
For
I'm
sure.
literally gonna attack you and approach you and hit you, right?
Yeah, they don't run away too much. They're not really smart.
Yeah, they're not really smart. Because opposed to the three sentinels, that they all have a shield.
Yeah.
And like their horse spits fire, and like they shoot lightning and a bunch of other crap, right?
Yeah,
I
and then
don't know.
they're not even like legit bosses too.
Yeah, exactly. So that's kind of crazy. So I don't know. I think those are more memorable than
hmm
her.
Yeah.
Okay, the next one is the lava worm. Also
No.
a very,
Mhm.
very, very, very repeatable boss.
Yeah, cool. The first time you fight up, when I fought like four of them, I was kind of over it.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not gonna say that it's forgettable because we obviously remember
No.
it, But I don't even know. I feel like we need to add one more. I think maybe a D.
You think so?
Yeah, because I
Yeah,
don't
it
know.
feels like a
Like,
D boss.
yeah, because I don't think it's forgettable, but I don't think it's a C. Like, I will feel bad to put him now next to the
Yeah,
Godskin duel.
I agree. We'll add another one. Let's do D,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
then we can adjust some other ones as well.
All right. We'll add one more, and then we'll see how we feel about it afterwards.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna go D for this one. Oops. D and give it that green color. All right. So I'm thinking we're gonna do this one here. Is there any of them? Did you want to move this one to a D as well?
No, I think C is fine. I think I prefer to fight
See,
that
yeah, you
more
rather prefer that one
than mech.
than the worms every
Yeah.
single time. Any of these that
Uh,
you think that may be better as a D, like the Gutskin?
maybe yeah, the fat godskin can
Yeah,
be
yeah. I
D.
think I think it's more. It's not necessarily forgettable, but it's
Mhm.
definitely not a C. Uh,
Yeah. Meh. D is kind of like
yeah,
meh.
yeah. D is gonna be the mech, kind of like, I can do with or without it.
Yeah.
Speaking of with or without it, the next one is the Melania.
I think we have our first S
Yeah,
entry. Do you agree?
100%. Yeah,
I think it's
yeah.
undisputed.
No
Like,
discussion. This boss is the
uh,
true final boss of the game.
I can't believe they made her optional. It's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
yeah. It's almost offensive, honestly, that they
Yeah.
made her optional because she's one of those. Even in the lore, she's just one of
Mhm.
those characters that kind of like, yeah, she's pretty important to the story to just have her on the side and everything.
Yeah. If you
Uh,
if you beat Elden Ring and you didn't fight her, you kind of rob yourself of the Elden Ring experience for
Yeah,
real.
yeah. Honestly, that the first phase is just. You know what's really insane? I beat her on my second try through the
Oh,
first phase, like right
yeah.
away, and the
Yeah.
second phase she does this as soon as that happens. She does this like fire
Mhm.
blooming
Yeah.
attack, and she
Mhm.
like one shot at me, and I was like pissed. I was like,
Yeah.
man, like I was in the zone,
Yeah.
and yeah, but
What I really love about this fight is I like bosses with many phase, and I like it when the second phase is like similar to the first, but they add like more stuff. The same reason I love
yeah.
Lady Maria in Bloodborne because she has like three phases, but like she has like fire, then she has blood to remove. With
Mhm.
this, she has the rot, then she has like little bit more moves. It's like a little bit similar, but like
Yeah,
it's more
she
hardcore.
not only does she have the Roth, she flies
Yeah,
too. So she
yeah,
attacks flying, and so like that adds like a different dynamic to the
mhm,
game, or like the
yeah,
the battle and everything. And obviously you have to watch out for the blooming fire attack that she does and everything. There's just so many aspects of it, and then the
yeah.
katana, the outfit that you get from the battle and everything. I just
And
think is a 10 out of 10.
mhm.
Like you said, like if you don't do this battle, you're really robbing yourself out of
Yeah,
the
let
Elden
me
Ring
tell you this,
experience.
Kuro. I played this game for over 100 hours, right? And I don't like to use shields. I never use shields in these games ever. And for the first time in over 100 hours, she forced me to use a shield because I had to. Because she has that one move, that flurry attack, that was like, if you are not far away, you don't, you can't even roll out of all of it. I
Oh,
have to
you
take the
cannot.
shield.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to get the shield up, eat the shield until I can't shield anymore. Then I have to roll out of the way. So like and I had to respec like three times just to like.
Yeah,
So
I respect twice for this boss too. After,
yeah.
after like that second battle, she was just
Mhm.
one shotting me, and
Yeah.
yeah, that game is kind of like the final test of like the
Hmm.
final boss is like final test of like not the final boss, but her boss is the final test of like, okay, well, did you really play Elden Ring or do you fuck
Yeah.
around for 100 hours?
Yeah, for sure. And
Yeah,
once you beat her, you can beat anything in
yeah,
this
yeah,
game.
pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. I really liked it. One of
Yep,
those bosses that I really enjoyed the experience of it.
for sure.
All right. Well, the next one is also a boss that I actually really enjoyed.
Yeah, I just fought him again on my friend's co-op. I didn't think too much of him because like I killed him pretty fast, but then when I
Yeah.
played co-op, I was like, oh man, this guy is awesome.
Yeah, this guy is
Uh,
like really cool, especially second phase.
yeah,
Um,
Malekith, the black blade, I think is his
Black
name.
Blade. I love that attack that he does, where he almost
Yeah.
like slows down a little bit,
Mhm.
and he does this almost Getsuga Tensho attack from Bleach, when he's
Part
shooting the red. Uh,
Yeah, he's like jumping around, dancing with the sword. Almost reminds me like this that Dark Souls 3 boss in a way,
yeah,
like the yeah. So the only thing I wish is like I wish his second phase was like he had more health Like I think it was over too quickly. I was like, man, I want to fight this guy a little bit longer.
Yeah, yeah. I've wished that he had the two faces, but with two health bars. You know, so first.
Yeah, because that first phase was kind of like it's okay, but like that second phase was like so cool.
Oh, the first one, and the crazy thing is that I had already fought him before.
Yeah, I killed him in that. It's the same guy, right?
Yeah, it's the same guy. Yeah.
Yeah, I already killed him, and it's like, oh, he's back.
Yeah, so he's back again. And you're like, okay, well, he has the death rune, so okay, that makes sense, I guess. And then you fight him again, but that second phase, that's where the cool battle starts. I don't know. I'm really tempted to give him an S, but what do you think? I want to give him an S.
Yeah.
You go with that?
I'm okay with S. Yeah.
All right. So
I wouldn't say he's close to Melania, but I think he's worthy of S tier for sure.
Yeah. He's like Melania is still like very top. But I think he's pretty good. So the next one is Margot
or Margit?
Morgoth, which is the same person. It's really the same person.
Yeah, but this is with the one in the capital, right?
Yeah. This is the one with all the bells and the whistles.
Even though it's like a more super version, I think I like the original more.
Yeah, yeah,
right?
me too. Yeah.
Just because but this one's still cool. But because it's already familiar, it's like, all right, he has a little bit more movesets.
He had some bullshit attacks. When he drops the area of effect attack that he does with all the swords and everything, and then when he faints, when he fakes like then you can stab him, but it's him just like charging up for an attack.
Yeah.
He has some cool stuff. He actually one-shotted. I remember I posted on Twitter. I'm like, when a boss battle is hard, when like it kills you can recruit a NPC for this battle.
Yeah.
And he one-shotted the NPC like within like the first part of the battle. I was just like, how did this even happen? Like because we literally walked in. The NPC somehow got the aggro right away, and he just like killed her, and I was like, "Well, it's just up to me now." Cool. It's a cool battle, but like you said, I don't think it adds anything from like the first time.
Yeah, I think just because I like Margit better, which we'll get to. I think maybe B for this one.
Actually, Margit isn't in here. It's just him.
Don't we get a trophy for Margit?
No, it's just. Like, it's the same battle, so it's the same boss.
Oh, okay.
You don't get two of them.
Oh, okay. Well, I like the first one, Margit, more.
Okay, so
how'd you re-rank this then?
we put him as a B.
Okay.
Was that work?
Yeah, if it was Margit only, I would put A. But if we're just talking about this guy, then probably B.
So we'll put him as a B plus. How about that? It's B plus. So it's like higher than the other ones, but it's because of the Morgoth the second time that you find him, or the third time that you find him.
I think Margit's on there. I think I see it further down. See, like fourth one down, like so, like from the left, like so that one, and then so it's like fourth one from the left side. So like if we go in order, right? Isn't that Margit?
No.
Or what? Who's that? Sorry, it's a little small on my screen.
Yeah, it is so small I cannot see what it is, but it is not Margit.
That's not Margit. Okay.
It's something else. I need to actually find out what that is.
Yeah.
You will think, right, that I will know what it is, but
I
asked Morgoth. Yeah, you're right. This is Margit.
So this is Margit, and that's Morgoth.
And this is Morgoth. Okay, so
you agree A and B? I think that's fair.
I think that's pretty fair. Yeah.
These damn bosses and their names, they're so familiar.
There you go. Yeah. I was getting confused about it. I was like, wait a minute, who's the other one? It's just the trophy looks so wrong.
Yeah.
It doesn't look right, but it's fine. Yeah. We're in agreement there. A and B there, things pretty good.
Margit's such a good not a tutorial boss, but like a gut check kind of boss. Like, are you sure you're ready? And he's like very very fair fight. I think.
Yeah. So it's a very fair fight, and even if you're not that good, you can always get the item that you get to like restrain him and everything.
Yeah.
So at least you get that experience of like, oh, okay, cool. The Dark Souls experience. I think it really provides pretty well.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next one is a really fun fight, but not necessarily a good one.
The mimic.
The mimic, yeah, the mimic
Yeah.
theory is cool. It's a fun fight because it's like, oh, it's you, right? You know, like you're fighting yourself and everything. But
It can be fun if you walking in know what you're fighting and you can set it up to make it fun.
yeah,
I think I did co-op with my friend where like he went in naked, but I went with all the weapons, so it became a joke.
yeah,
Yeah, so it's like they're like they just like punch each other with fists, pretty much.
that's fun.
So
That is fun. I saw one where someone got they had the whole. I saw a video. Somebody had the whole Millennia outfit with the
mhm,
katana and everything,
yeah,
and then he dropped the mimic tier.
okay.
So it was mimic against mimic, but it was Millennia against Millennia mimic,
Oh wow, that's
and it
awesome.
was a cool battle. But it was just like the mimics killing each other and everything, and
Mhm,
it was basically just Millennia at that point.
mhm,
First stage Millennia. I think it was pretty well done. Like the video was cool.
yeah.
But anyway, itself the battle isn't that bad. I think like
Mhm.
I don't know, my character like didn't take a lot of hits. I think I killed him in like 3 or 4 hits. So
Yeah, wasn't hard. C or B? What do you think?
I'll say I want to say B because I like the
B? Yeah,
mimic. I like the fact that it's like, oh, it's yourself, you know, and like you bought
yeah.
it, and the fact that you actually get the mimic here,
You get it later. Yeah.
yeah,
So
later
yeah, I
on
like that
in the
concept.
area. So it's a pretty cool concept. I like it.
That's fair.
Alrighty, so the next one is also one of those two-part bosses that you find.
Yeah,
You
another
got
repeat boss.
Mach the Omen, and then
Mog the Blood.
Mach the
That's
Blood Lord or whatever.
Blood Lord.
Yeah,
So the Blood Lord, he can be pretty tough.
yeah,
I think
he's
I kind of like that fight
yeah.
actually, even though like
I like that fight. I thought it
he
was a
got some
cool fight.
BS moves, but
He has especially when he does the ring thing and
yeah,
everything, and he like heals you. He heals
if
him.
because I don't know if you did the side quest where you can get the thing for your flask where he doesn't take it from you. Like if you use this thing in the flask, like it protects you from that second
Oh,
phase
I
where he.
didn't. I straight up fought him until I killed him. I
Oh
didn't know
yeah,
there
you can
was
do
a
that.
side
So
quest.
yeah, so you do this side quest. You get this thing for the flask of physique or whatever. You drink it right when he starts his phase. Then he doesn't steal any of your HP.
Oh
So
wow. Okay,
yeah, so
I
that
didn't
can make
know
it
that,
easier.
but that's cool.
Yeah,
I like that. Now
hmm
his first, the Omen. I'm just gonna put it as a C. I don't think it's
yeah,
a
it's
good
kind of
fight.
meh. Yeah, no,
Actually,
it wasn't.
even D, we're gonna put it in D. Now that you say it's kind of meh, I'm like, because I especially comparing to the second phase, the second time that you
Yeah,
fight a boss, night and day. Like I
yeah,
don't think this one was even needed at all.
yeah. It's weird, right? Because most of the repeat bosses are very similar in moveset and everything, but these two could not be more different. Because
Yeah,
like the location was better. Like this one, he actually talked and had like a cutscene, multiple
yeah.
phases. Uh,
Even
difficult can be really difficult.
yeah,
So
this one
I
was just
say
a chump. The
yeah,
first time was just kind of like
yeah,
okay. It took me actually I think I posted it on Twitter. I was like, it took me longer to find him than
yeah.
to
So
fight him.
it's so hard to reach him in the sewers. That was the most annoying part. That was a real boss.
Yeah,
But yeah, the
yeah,
Bloodlord one, I say at least an A.
yeah. I was gonna put it on A. Yeah, yeah.
I'd say
Totally
A
agree.
for
He was a good boss.
sure. Hmm
Okay, so the next one is Mcneil. The
O'Neill is it Commander O'Neill or Commando Now? Another repeat boss.
Nile is like the
Yeah.
Niall. It's not the one that you find in the in
So
Cal.
this one is the one in the snow area,
Yeah,
right?
there's
He has
nowhere. Yeah, yeah, yeah. With with the
lightning.
lightning storm
Okay.
attack that he does, it's cool. I don't think it's bad.
Yeah, solid fight. Has minions. He
Yeah,
hits
I
pretty
think that's
hard.
what makes him hard is the two minions that come to you and everything.
Mhm.
But his attack is pretty telegraphed. Like he stays in the
Yeah.
air for like a full like second. So
Mhm.
this is super easy just to duck out to the side and just slash him. But yeah, it was a memorable fight. I think.
Yeah,
Um,
I say C or B for sure.
I was gonna
Those
say
two
B.
solid.
Yeah,
B's fair.
I like it
Yeah,
for B. Not
yeah.
about battle.
Looking at C, I think I'll put him above
Yeah,
those guys.
I will put him above those. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so Radhan, my man
Um,
Radhan with the
you
little
can count
donkey.
it. You can count this as a gimmick fight, but to be real with you, I love it. I love everything about
Yeah,
this fight. It's so like just even the story and the lore behind Radon is so awesome, and
yeah,
I don't know. I really like this one. It's not super hard once you figure out what you need to do.
of course, yeah,
Um,
yeah.
I don't know, just like this battlefield setting. You lead up to this festival, and then there's also these other warriors who wants to challenge him as well, and you can even summon them. It's the first fight where it's like, man, I can summon like 8 dudes. What the hell is this? And
Right,
you run
right.
up that hill.
He's absurdly like even I think I fought him when I was in my 50s, so it wasn't super high level or anything. So it really felt like a challenge at that time.
Yeah.
And now some people like fought him like later on or something, but I was literally like, I think after the Moon Lady, he was like he was the next boss I fought.
Oh
So
wow,
like
yeah, you went there early, yeah.
yeah, we went there pretty early, and I stocked my guns until I beat him. So it was like one of those like challenging yet really rewarding fights. So like man, like the phase where he literally flies to the sky and falls down.
Yeah. He has like a meteor attack and everything, and that's crazy.
Yeah. He has some pretty bullshit attacks too, but I think overall it's a pretty cool fight. And just seeing like the amount of people that come up with some bullshit ways to kill the guy too.
Yeah, I kind of feel bad for him.
Yeah, because he now become kind of like the. At first, he was Margot, right? Were looking at like Margot videos of people just abusing him. Now you see Radhan videos of like people abusing him.
I believe the latest patch nerfed him, which is very unfortunate. I hated
they really that is unfortunate.
They nerfed his AI, so he's even weaker now, which is unfortunate.
Well, that is a little bit disappointing. So obviously, we're thinking of like this is like 1.02. I think that was when we beat the game, right?
I vote for S for Radhan. Yeah. He's so cool.
I was gonna say S for him. I think he deserves the S. He earned it.
I think he belongs with those other two for sure.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so the next one is actually a recycled boss from
Dark Souls
3. Yeah,
or Dark Souls 3. Yeah.
Dark Souls 3. Yeah, they actually found him on the files. He used to be an all black wolf. I literally saw a video the other day about this, so that's how I know this is a recycle boss from Dark Souls 3.
We fought him together, right?
We fought him together. Academy, It was a cool boss, actually. He reminded me of like Final Fantasy type of character. Cool. I think it's a cool battle. Not necessarily like anything special. He kind of surprised me, but he was just like a wolf, but he does magic too, and he has the sword, so he's fast and. Not a bad battle. I think it took us like 4 tries, something like that.
Three tries. Nothing too bad. Nice like checkpoint, like a in between boss before the main one.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was gonna say. Like I like that he was like that in between boss before the actual boss. So it was a nice break and everything. And the other thing that I like is he's not overly abused in this game. You fight him maybe like 2-3 times, not that many. I think I fought him another time in like a different color scheme or something like that. But he was still as memorable as the first time. Pretty cool battle. I want to
B. You think?
Yeah, I was gonna say B.
B's fair.
He's gonna get that B.
Yeah.
All right. So the next one, I cannot see what that is.
That's the other deer, right? Yeah. There's two. That's the other deer.
That's the Regal Ancestor spirit. I think I'm just gonna put him on the same.
Maybe one below. Well, it's because the one. So this one you fought in like the first one we fought in the cave, right? This one we fought just like in that stone platform thing.
Yeah.
Did they have the same? They didn't. Did they have exact same movesets? I can't remember now.
They did. It was very similar. Yeah. It was kind of like.
Yeah.
I was just like, okay, it's the same kind of boss.
So then they can go to B.
Yeah, it's like literally the same type. I think it was just he had a bigger health bar, took more hits, but that's about it really. Not much of a difference there. All right, so I actually feel interested about Renala, I think is her name.
Renala, Queen of the Full Moon. Yeah. We mentioned her a little bit earlier, where multiple phase, but first phase more of a gimmick, but presentation wise, probably the most beautiful looking fight.
Right. So I saw a theory video the other day that they believe that the first phase is Renala, but the second phase is actually an illusion created by Rani.
Oh, okay.
Which makes sense because the first time when you meet Rani, she tells you that she's Renala. You know, so because that's her teacher, right? So I think that was like a cool, like, oh, that's pretty cool. And that kind of adds like a little bit more of like pretty cool stuff. It's a very gimmicky battle.
Yeah.
Like the moon attack and the magic. What is that like magic laser beam that she does at the very
Mhm.
beginning? Very easy battle. I
Yeah, that for like like she wasn't a shard bearer, but she's like one of the major characters in the lore and story and everything. So
yeah.
I expected it to be harder, but I liked it for the visual, and I like I did like that she summoned, even though it was annoying, summoned the dragons and everything. There's
Right,
like
right, right.
unpredictability about it, which was interesting, where you didn't know you were gonna get the dragon this time or you're gonna get the wolves. But I can't put it with the other A's, even though
Right.
like she has like a lot of A aspects, but like probably the highest of the B's for me.
Yeah, yeah, it's
Would you
gotta be
say
like
so?
that. Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah,
I
like
will
probably the
almost
top.
give her a A because
Yeah.
of like the cutscenes, the
Mhm.
area where you fight her. It reminds me of Bloodborne too, where you fight
Like
the
Rom,
this.
yeah.
Yeah, like that same kind of vibe it gave me. Obviously, like the moon and everything. Oh shit! You know what? I do think it's maybe a where she starts doing the summons with like the dragon and the wolves and everything. I don't know. I just so
Yeah,
much. The more I
you
think about
you
it, the more I like that
you
part.
you're changing my mind. All right, A it is.
Yeah, yeah, because when she does become like more serious, like her health's
Mhm.
getting lower, starts
Yeah,
doing the summons and everything,
yeah.
and
She's probably the easiest of the A's, but there's like a lot of memorable stuff about it.
yeah,
So
yeah. There's a lot of stuff that I was like, yeah, cool battle, cool battle. I liked it. All right, so moving on to the next one, also one that I do not remember. It's like, oh, this was Loretta. Oh, then what's the other one then?
so the one you fight in the other one we did was in the Halleck tree, the one we already listed. This one we fought in Caria Manor. Before we get to
Yeah,
Ronnie. So
yeah, yeah,
they're
yeah, yeah.
pretty much the same.
Pretty much the same. Yeah, I think
I
I'm
would put
just
them
gonna give
together.
him the same score, right?
C,
Yeah,
yeah,
just a
C.
C. Yeah.
Pretty much the same. Yeah. The other one has more bigger arrow. I think this one has one arrow. The other one has like they shoot like three arrows at
Yeah,
once.
three. Yeah, because that's how you get that attack with
Yeah.
her. Once you
Hmm.
beat her, you get the three arrow
Yeah.
magic attack. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty okay. Like almost forgettable. I forgot that. Yeah, I forgot you fight them twice.
Yeah. You get my critique now of this game and the repeat bosses.
Yeah, I know. I 100% agree with you. It
Yeah.
can be like, man, why?
Yeah.
Um,
Lot of memorable ones, but like, man, sometimes I get tired. It's like this one again.
Yeah, you're like, oh man, and don't get us wrong. We played like Souls games, so like we know
Yeah.
there's a lot of repeat games, a lot of repeat bosses. But I feel like this game sometimes like you see the same boss like not once or twice, but it's like three, four, five times.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
like, okay, like especially like the Gutskin duo, for example. You see those motherfuckers everywhere.
Yeah.
Like or same thing with the worm.
Magma worms. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, you see those quite a bit of times. Even that bull with the bull's not here,
Hmm.
but you know what I'm talking about, right? The bull
Yeah.
that does the gravity attacks.
Hmm.
You have to fight
Yeah.
him like three or four times too.
Yeah. I hate that guy.
You're like, "Ah, that's a D right there." All right, so the next one is also another gimmicky battle. I know, like the major history bosses seems to have like a lot of gimmick to them. This one is I forgot his name.
Is
What's
that the
this? It's a
snake
shard
one?
bearer snake guy.
Not Radhagon. Something
Rykard.
with R. Rykard. Yeah,
Yeah.
Rykard. Another carry on the tradition of the sword you pick up in the arena and has the special
Gimmick
ability.
attack. Yeah, right.
Then the fight becomes a joke.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's pretty much what it is. It's a joke battle. I like the design of this one because at first it's
Mm,
just Snake and this Snake Man, and then he
yeah,
pulls out the sword, and the sword is like a bunch of
yeah,
people that they're like combined
mm,
together. And when
yeah,
you come back later on, you ever went back to that area?
yeah. The volcano lady was there.
Yeah, he's still
Yeah,
alive, and
yeah,
he's like can't die, so he's gonna
yeah.
come back at some point. I don't know, it's cool. I like the boss. I think it was fine, but I don't think it was such a gimmick battle that I'm kind of like,
Mhm.
I don't
Uh,
know.
C or B. It's
Yeah,
just
I was thinking CRB too. I'm like, I'm kind of debating on it, kind of mulling over, like maybe like why would I
I,
put him on
I, I
B?
I like all the side quests in the manor leading up to it more. It was like cool area, cool story, and everything. But the
Mhm.
fight itself,
It was almost like too gimmicky in that end, right?
Yeah.
Because he doesn't feel like the amount of work that you put into getting to him was worth
it.
it.
He looks really cool. It looks like very menacing, right? So you think it'd be, it's gonna be a tough battle. There's like a second phase, but then when you get in that sword, you just start spamming that. It's just like
literally you just spam the sword, and that's the thing about the weapon that you pick up. It's complete ass once you like it doesn't do any of the wind or anything like that. It's just a regular spear after that, right?
I vote C, but we can change later.
I think we'll dump it in a C. We'll review them one more time once we go through all of them and everything. See if we missed anything or if we feel like there's anything that is worth more. All right, so these ones are also very repeating. This is the Valiant Gargoyles, which is two of them.
They're annoying.
There's a lot of gargoyles that you fight in this game.
I'm not a fan of gargoyle bosses in Souls games. they always annoy me.
Yeah, the crazy thing about these ones is although they are both of them together, they actually don't pile up on you together. They let
if you kill one of them quick, you don't have to deal with them.
Yeah, exactly. You just kill one and then you kill the other one. It's kind of like I don't think they work correctly. But then again, this is trophy hunting. I fought him, and I killed him pretty quickly. I think the one that you find on Khalid was harder than this.
Yeah, the one that's like guard on the stairs, just like standing there. Yeah, that one's way harder.
That one's harder than these ones. I'm almost feel tempted. Like if it was that one, I would have probably bumped it up a little bit. But
I say D. I didn't care.
D, especially because there's so many copies of them too. This one is one that you fight everywhere too. I can pretty much say maybe like 6 or 7 times.
Yeah.
Not very memorable. Fire Giant is left. It was cool. He was fine. Yeah. He almost felt a little bit out of place. I felt like he belonged to like a different type of game, maybe like a Norse game or something.
God of War. He felt like he was from God of War Ragnarok.
Right. Thematically, it didn't make much sense. Although, like, obviously, like, you're going to like the place to get that fire and everything, and there's a fire giant there. But I don't know. I just didn't feel like he belonged in the world of Elden Ring.
Yeah, it's kind of weird spot you fight him to, right? You just right up there. It's like, oh, there, we're fighting him, I guess.
Yeah, right. You just walk in and like, okay, well, another boss fight. I like that he never repeats. He's one boss that you do not fight him again.
Yeah, very unique. So for sure, not forgettable, but not one. I fought him again with a friend in co-op, and we struggled a little bit. He was kind of annoying. Without the horse, it was tougher because he kept rolling around.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah. Fought him without the boss, and it was a pain in the ass. I saw that you could cheese him really funny too.
Yeah.
Get him stuck between some rocks, and then he jumps, and then he kills himself.
Oh, like a fall damage kind of thing?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. He was just okay. I don't think he was like anything out of the world. I just don't think that he matched like the rest of the style of Elden Ring.
Yeah.
For like bosses or anything. I really feel like he was like a discarded from like another design or something like that.
Yeah, no, not higher than a C.
Yeah, I was gonna say C.
C, yeah, I say C.
Okay, alrighty, sounds good. We got C on that one, and of course we had the final boss. I feel like this one I almost want to judge it twice, like the first.
Yeah, can we like double this because like they're so different, right? I really don't like that second phase. I think it's like a very underwhelming, to end such a great game, right? Visually, it's really cool. The music is like very calming, and I'm sure there's great lore and thematic behind it. But should we talk about the first? The first phase is really cool. We fight. Is it Marika?
Yeah. So well, it's actually Radhan.
They're the same person.
People,
apparently,
right? Yeah.
It's confusing. They're like, and apparently they have kids. I don't know. I don't get it.
Yeah. Right. But if there's only one god, then I guess like
I
don't know how that happened. Anyway. But somehow the other ones are demigods. So how can two gods have demigods?
Wouldn't their kids be gods as well?
Yeah. Right. I was confused about it. I'm like,
I need to watch more lore videos. But first phase was not too hard, but like really cool. Like some cool move sets. I always love kind of humanoid boss. Yeah, humanoid bosses in these games are always the best.
Mhm. And he has some bullshit attacks too. Like when he
Yeah.
there's like a part where like his health gets to a certain level, like he starts
Mhm.
teleporting around. But if he
Yeah.
like jumps and he does his area of attack,
Mhm.
with that the light hammer that he does and everything,
Yeah.
I think it's pretty cool. I actually really
Yeah.
like the design too of like
Mhm.
he's like half of his body is like broken up, but and you
Yeah.
can see the Elden Ring inside of him,
Mhm.
kind of like
Yeah.
broken as well too.
Yeah.
Uh,
But yeah, first that's the problem. Like we have to combine them then, since we can't
well,
separate them. We
yeah, I guess
so
I guess
I
we can just rate him like that, and we can
put
give
them in
him,
between.
yeah, we can just give another ranking for the second boss if you want.
So I say he's an A. The first phase would be an A for me.
Yeah, I'm good with an A too. I can't put him as an S because I feel like the second battle should have
Mhm.
been different. I mean, come
Yeah.
on, the whale looking dragon thing
Yeah.
is
And then he
just
kept running away from you.
yeah, and
You
then
know.
he does this really long area of attack of
Yeah.
like with the rings, with literally like the rings, and it
Hmm.
just comes up to you. It's just such a gimmick battle, that second battle.
Yeah.
I do not like. I'm pretty sure people that have listened to the entire thing, I do not like gimmick battles, especially for like a
Yeah.
final boss. Where
Yeah.
like like that should be like Millennia is a good final boss because it's like a skill check, right? Okay,
Hmm.
like did you learn everything about the game? Like are you using the new stuff that we added, or like even like I don't
Yeah.
know. You can get creative with that, but this one I don't know. I don't know if it feels like a good final boss battle. I think
No.
that Radhan feels good.
Yeah. Like if they did that fight, like if that second phase was like Radhagon again, but like maybe just like more powered up and
Yeah,
or moves, that would have been a great final boss.
if
But
you was like Radhagon and then you fight Marika or something
yeah.
like that, that would have been pretty cool. I like
Yeah.
magic,
Fight both of
like
them. Yeah.
if the first part is like melee with a little bit of magic, and the second part is like magic and melee at the same time or something like that. I
Mhm.
would have been pretty sweet. I actually would have liked that a lot more than what we got at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think A is fine. I think I'll
Mhm.
put B for the final boss,
Yeah. So
the
A
Elden Beast. Is that what it's
Radhagon.
called?
Elden Beast. Yeah. I probably even put C. I really don't like that fight, to be honest. Elden Beast is the name. Yeah.
Yeah,
We
Elden
don't even
Beast.
get we don't even get a trophy.
You don't even get a trophy for that
We
one,
don't
right?
get a trophy for the final boss of this game. Isn't that crazy?
Right. It's insane. Kind of it didn't make sense, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
They ran out
Uh,
of trophy.
yeah, they ran out of trophies. They were like, I don't think that it deserves a trophy. Yeah,
Yeah.
well, you know what? It is what it is.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that is pretty much here in the list, guys. You pretty much heard us talk about the major bosses in Elden Ring. There's a ton of other bosses that we could have talked about, but
Hmm.
frankly, I have bad memory and I do not remember most of
Yeah.
them. And a lot of them there's so many repeats of different ones that I'm kind of like. I'll
Yeah.
be one thing that I do want to mention, and I'm sure you agree with me. I don't think that some of the repeats here deserve trophies at all.
No. No.
Like the Moch or like
Maybe
the
one deer, just one deer. We don't
yeah
need trophy for both
one
deers.
deer, one
One
of these
godskin.
guys, one
Yeah.
Godskin, one Morgoth.
They're both story bosses, so I get that one.
Yeah, I get that one, but some of the other ones are kind of like, they didn't. Maybe they could have done a trophy for the first three Sentinel that you fight, or
Yeah,
something like
or
that.
like or like the one guarding the capital, the draconic sentinel.
Oh,
That
the
one's pretty
draconic
tough.
that one deserves a trophy, I think, because
Yeah, that one
that
was
one is
tough.
also kind of like, okay, well, you ready to go in here because you're gonna get fucked in here.
Yeah.
I actually like the area, the capital.
Yeah, capital area is really
Yeah,
cool.
because it was kind of like that. Like, okay, well, I thought I was doing good in this game, but I guess I'm wrong.
Yeah.
That's kind of the vibe that it gave me. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this, guys. Thank you again for coming and doing this so late with me. We're recording this pretty late on the date, but I'm glad we were able to meet up and do this here. I'm actually. Do you want to like go through it again? Is there anything would you see like you don't think it
Just
deserves this spot
I
that
kind
it
of
does?
like where they all are. I think S is solid. Those are the three best for me. I wouldn't put anything else with them, and I would not drop them. I mean, we can argue back and forth what's C and D, but they're fine where they are. So I wouldn't really change anything, to be honest.
Yeah. I'm pretty okay with the ones that we got everywhere. I think like the forgettable ones are very forgettable. The fact that
Yeah.
we were going through this one guy here
Yeah.
and not remembering uh, where he was from, where we fought him or anything. Like I was thinking of a different area altogether.
Yeah. Yeah. Totally forgot about this guy.
So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you so much for watching this. Like, subscribe, check out Double Maypie's channel. He does what RPGs and action.
Yep. And pretty much general gaming thing, mostly JRPGs and Weep stuff.
Yeah, so check him out. He does good content. He's done a pretty good review for Elden Ring. But anyway, thank you guys. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.